Now back to more with GTO. Good old boys.
Hey guys, we're back. I appreciate you hanging in there with us, and everything's good on the technical part. I was afraid we wasn't going to be able to talk because of our guy who's running it, and so
he didn't like what I had to say.
He didn't, did he? You must have made him mad. You nearly started a fight. No, I'm kidding with that. Now let's talk about Guntersville right now. Let's talk about, is Guntersville going down? Is it going up? Is it sunk? Is it what is Guntersville right now?
Guntersville is one of the most incredible, resilient fisheries in the United States. For the sheer number of hours and fishing pressure it gets, she just keeps pumping them out. I mean, and it's all attributed to that old water that flows down the Tennessee River. It's fertile.
Very.
It supports a tremendous bait fish population, and that old ugly grass out there that nobody, I guess if you're a skier and a jet skier, you don't like it. And
right.
If you're a fisherman, you love it.
That's it.
But the thing about that old grass is, that grass is a natural filter of God put in that water.
You got that right.
And for all the bad stuff that mankind wants to throw in that water, that grass kind of absorbs it and it filters it out, and it's just a natural nursery for this lake. It allows the bass fry to survive. It allows bluegill fry to survive. And it just basically, the lake is as healthy as it's ever been. I'm amazed every time. I wish I got to spend more time up here.
Well, move up here.
Well, I would, but,
Why don't you zip your britches and tell your wife you're coming up here and come on?
I'm afraid to.
The truth from Mr. Matt. The truth comes out.
No, she'd come up here, but we got family, just basically I'm family folks, and you got to stay by your family right now.
Right, exactly.
That ain't going to happen, but I don't live an hour.
Josh fixed to come up here.
Yeah, I heard it last night. He's on fire, son. He done. But Josh loves to fish up here. He makes them glide baits.
Yes, and I ain't got one yet, Josh. And it's been about a year and a half. I'm going to bring it up because Jana told me to. So you're not in it with me. You're in it with Jana. All right, go ahead, man.
So he likes to throw great old big baits about as big as my shoe. And he can come up here and they like to bite it. So the old Coosa River, you can catch them down there on it, but it ain't got them kind that you can catch on them big glide baits. And so he loves coming up here. But I fished my first red man tournament on this lake in 1987.
Wow.
1980. That's a long time. That's a couple days ago.
When was you born?
2000.
Wow.
I was fishing. He wasn't even, his mom and daddy probably wasn't even alive yet.
It could be. Oh, man. So there's a lot of things that you've seen on this lake. What would you tell the guy from Illinois? Okay, should they come down here to fish?
Well, heck yeah.
Should anybody come? Should it be a bucket list? Should it be on people's bucket list to come fish Guntersville?
Yes, sir. It's got, what's crazy about Guntersville is how it gets distinct patterns that set up throughout the year. Because early in the year, you'll have a trap bite and a shallow crankbait bite and a chatterbait bite. And then the kids will be out in the middle of the river scoping.
Yep.
And then, and then you'll have a spawn bite where they'll get on the stumps and on the shallow bars, and they'll be doing that deal. And then you'll go into the wacky rig time, and God, they ain't no telling how many Cincos has been sold on this lake,
right.
Or wacky worms, and then them kids will be out there scoping. And then we're kind of cycling into what I call summertime deal now.
Yes.
They're starting to set up, and it's they'll be. Actually, summertime's kind of split. There's a percentage of fish on Guntersville that I don't think ever go deep.
I agree.
And they're grass fish.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And they're going to spend the majority of the summer and all the way through the fall, they're going to be set up, and they're going to be grass fish only. They may be in hydrilla, milfoil, eelgrass, whatever, but they're going to live their life around the grass. And then you got those river fish that go out and they suspend and they spend their year in schools out in the river. So it's just, no matter how you like to fish,
right,
it's here. And you can figure out, you can get a bite on Guntersville. Mm-hmm. And probably, then my favorite time of year, of course, is in the fall.
Fall? Really?
Yeah.
This goes back to that flipping stick.
Oh,
No,
okay.
and they're
Okay.
frog. Don't forget about Kermie now.
Yeah. Got the frog.
I mean, anybody they can say all they want to about a scope, but they ain't nothing better than one sucking down a frog through a slot man. I'm just telling you.
with that. Yep.
I've seen grown men giggle when that happens, and I don't see them giggling when they get they get a minute on the scope. They giggle when the Mac goes.
They're ready.
Yeah, but then it gets God. It's just a fun lake to fish because you can't. Most of the time when you go to a lake, especially if you're tournament fishing, you fish against what I call local sticks on the lakes.
Right here.
They kind of do the same thing all year long on a lot of lakes. Where they fish brush piles they put out or whatever. It's kind of simplified patterns, but you can't do that here. A guy to be good here 12 months a year, he is going to be a versatile angler. He is going to know how to do everything, and it's just a phenomenal fishery. And that's the reason why you're seeing so many guys that I fish against that have built homes here.
Yes.
And they spend lots of hours here. It's because you can master your craft no matter what you want to do.
Right.
And the only thing you don't have here is a natural lake like we see up north. But other than that, you fish currents, you can fish grass, you can fish woods, you can fish whatever. It's here. So it's she's a sweet old lake, and I love Tennessee River. I always have.
It's been good to you, hasn't it?
It has.
That's good. But saying that, we're fixing to go to a break, and we'll be back for the very end of it, and we'll close. Let Matt Herren close with it with his positivity. Thanks a lot.
We'll be back with more GTO Good Old Boys after this.